your bar. This month, I'm showing you the bar that I built, thanks to Ian Smith at Suntiki Studios for assisting me with this beautiful build. I love it very much, and I hope you like it okay too. But I am settled and confident enough in myself to still love it, even if you have criticism about my desk. That's fine. You don't have to like my desk. I like my desk. Maybe I wouldn't like your desk, but that's okay. I want you to have the desk that you want to have. Moving on, we have covered tools, we have covered glassware, and now I want to talk about the base spirits that you will want in your liquor cabinet. And I'll kind of go through them in order, no particular order. No particular order. We'll start with the old bike with training wheels of booze. If it's juicy and you want it to be boozy, vodka. Vodka you can just put in just about anything. You can put it in tomato juice. I mean, talk about range. I was gonna say if vodka were an actor, it would be Gary Oldman, but he's different with different kinds of range. Maybe Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know. Vodka, if they're doing their job, doesn't really taste like much of anything, but it exists to spice up existing cocktails. It's great with tonic, because tonic tastes great, and it tastes like soda if you put it with soda, because neither of them have any flavor. But yeah, so you're going to want vodka for Bloody Marys, for martinis. Speaking of martinis, I prefer a martini with... Oh, wait, back to vodka. Kettle One, I feel like, is a solid brand. Tastes good on its own. You can go higher, you can go lower. It's right around in the mid-range. It's like very good. Tito's also very good. But also Smirnoff gets the job done. If you really want to taste a vodka that is actually like, whoa, that's a pretty good vodka, Russian Standard is a good vodka. Are we allowed to say that anymore? Are we buying Russian things yet? I don't know. I don't blame the potato fermenters for what's going on in the world. Russian Standard is a very good one as well. But yeah, back to martinis. I prefer a gin martini. So I choose Beefeater is on my bar at home. And yes, we've got some other bottles like Hendrick's. We've been really exploring Roku lately, which is quite nice. We'll get into that later. But you're going to want, like, as far as like a straight shooter gin, like I said, for martinis or for Negroni, gin for my bar is essential. Speaking of essentials, bourbon. I like Elijah Craig. I like a lot of different kinds of bourbon because they make a bunch of delicious bourbons. In fact, I had a whiskey recently called High West, which is from Utah, and I'm generally a little suspicious of whiskeys that aren't from the bourbon belt down south. And man, I'll tell you what, it was delicious. They did a great job. So thanks, High West. And thanks, Jenny, for getting it for me for Secret Santa. I really liked it. Elijah Craig, I find to be a nice, spicy bourbon, not too sweet, but on par, maybe cost-wise and quality-wise with a Buffalo Trace or a Basil Hayden. Kick it up and get a Blanton's. I mean, you can go as high as you want, and then you can also get into scotches, which is I think it's a whole different episode. But like this is a good solid. Four Roses is another good one if you're going to mix it. But I generally don't. Aside from there's a couple cocktails with bourbon that I like, but I find bourbon to be enough of a cocktail just on its own because of all the flavors and notes that are in it. But you could certainly mix this one, and I don't think anyone would crash down your door and set you on fire for blasphemy or anything. Tequila is an old friend of mine. We've lost touch a little bit. We had a hell of a run together, and it was just kind of grew apart, And it wasn't a fight or anything. It was just like, I feel like we're going in two different directions, and I don't feel like I can be the person for you that you need me to be. It's kind of more what it is. But recently we've reconnected, and you know what? Water under the bridge, time has gone by, and you just remember how good tequila is and what it does for you. So, I mean, margaritas or sipping on the rocks, you get a nice, I remember back when I was first introduced to tequila, which was 500 years ago, because I'm 9 million, it was kind of there's only some amounts of some brands, and I was like, I don't know about tequila if that's for me. And then all of a sudden, fast forward to like 2000, mid 2000s, and man, the importers really got on their game. And I never would have thought of tequila as something that you would pour over the rocks and sip and enjoy like a scotch or something, but certainly you can do that. The Coralejo, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, is a delicious brand. Herradura as well. You could do Cabo Wabo, which is Sammy Hagar. Whoa, his tequila. There's also, who else has a famous tequila? Casamigos, George Clooney, or at least it used to be. I will only drink celebrity-associated liquors. Crystal Skull for vodka, Dan Aykroyd. Aviation Gin for Ryan Reynolds, and also, what was that one called? Bucket of Sludge. That's Ernest Borgnine's liquor. It's very good. You should try it out sometime. It's just a bucket of sludge. Margaritas, sipping. What else? A zillion different tequila cocktails. And then I'm not much of a rum person, but I think it's pretty. It's one of your basics, and you'll probably want to have it on your bar. Would be a rum, white or spiced. I feel like you've got more options with a white to make more of like the fruity cocktails and stuff like that. Spiced rum obviously is spiced and delicious in its own right. If I went with the old bat wings, the old Bacardi. So here, with these 5, you've got the foundation for a bar, and when somebody walks into your home, you can say, "Can I make you a drink?" And they're like, "Oh, what do you have?" It's like, "Well, I've got just about everything." And they'll be like, "Aren't you interesting?" This has been Happy Hour, brought to you by Maine Spirits. You can learn more about this and many other spirits at mainspirits.com. You can download their app for your smartphone. It's a smart move. Why, what to buy, where to buy it, what to do with it once you get it. You can also follow them on Instagram. That's the ticket at Maine_spirits. No matter what you do, please drink deliciously and responsibly. Thanks.